Got my ramps in place. Got a weak battery on the camera. No problemo. Just got a brand new battery charger because I left my last one last November. Left it in Shamrock, Texas. Crank that baby up! I went to buy an oil filter yesterday at the Flap, Friendly Local Auto Parts, and they use a little miniature oil filter like the 4.3s use. Much smaller. That was easy. Seems to run really well. It's just a little shop worn, we'll call it. Where was it made? It was made in the great state of Texas. Built in Texas by Texans, Arlington, Texas. Road hog. Time to drain what's left in the radiator. Got a little bit of surface rust. Change the radiator, the heater core. There's the heater core just over there somewhere. I got work to do, places to go, and things to do. Maybe I'll have Mrs. CW bike to Gainesville and get me some shocks because she's a little weak. I don't know. Muggs, you can't chase the barn cat. They'll get you. They're big bad cats, Muggs. They'll scratch out your eyes like you had once a cat ripped into your ear and wouldn't let go. Remember that? Of course not. Still sits by that tenant's door and wants to chase the cat. Cat got him right in the ear. Could have been an eyeball. Had enough eye trouble years ago. There's no barking here, Muggs. This is a no barking department. Alrighty, time to get to work. Everything's all laid out, organized. Put my cardboard on the ground and mix her up. Got the coolant, the sludge, Dex Cool drained. All kinds of sensors and clock sensors for the airbag on the steering column and air injection reactor. And the air filter actually was clean. It's got a crappy Fram oil filter. I don't like those Fram oil filters. I gotta get this silencer off. I've got the radiator top shroud partly unbolted. I got the sludge drained in. Oh, we got a lot of sludge in there, huh? It's got a clutch fan and an auxiliary electric fan, an oil cooler built into the radiator, and an auxiliary one on the front. Keep that Corvette engine running sweet. Got sludge in here. Good boy. Runs well, 230,000. Got a little bit of goopy in here. Not much. Transmission oil. You watching this, Mr. Spiked Punk? Engine oil. Doesn't look too bad. And Muggs has already been barking at the cats. How is the mud in the tranny? The end of the dipstick just broke off, I think. How do you like that? I think the end of the dipstick just went ding. Yep, because it wasn't that short before. I just broke the end of the dipstick off. That is very interesting. And huh. Oh well. We'll just put in what we found. Maybe I'll get to a junkyard. Won't be on this part of the trip though, because we got to get back to Fort Lauderdale and visit family. So I got to get this show on the road. Alright, we were struggling here with these transmission cooler lines, and I just cracked this one loose with the vice grip. You sort of heard it crack. Try to do it with a 5/8 wrench. I don't have any flare nut wrenches here. These here, they were all tight, and you can't put any heat on them because you're going steel into a stamped steel nut into a plastic tank. So this radiator is going to be loosened and going to be removed and thrown back in the scrap pile. I got the coolant overflow bottle and the pressure bottle off. And we're cleaning out the sludge. They have got town water out here in the country. There used to be a tung oil factory just down the road. There was a big hurricane in the 20s and the factory got washed away and the well, I guess, got contaminated. And things happen. So they've got town water out here in the country. Interesting. Hearing all the stories. A lot of places have that. They call them brown fields, where stuff was dumped on purpose or otherwise. Yummy, Dex Cool. dump it in the ground. That's where it came from. I used to work at a junkyard a long time ago, 35 years ago, when I was supposed to be going to college. The junkyard guy used to dump everything into the ground. He'd say, that's where it came from. Tung oil. S10 pickup. Nice old. Interestingly, this S10 pickup has what I described in one of my videos last week as a Struggle 6. And someone said, what is a Struggle 6? I said, it's a 2.8. It's the motor they put in the front-wheel drive Citations. And it was
almost perfect body, and then my mother-in-law backed into it with a minivan.
Bing! Haven't seen one of these in a dog's age. Hardly any rust. A little bit of surface rust. Really? It's an 82, 83?
86.
86! And it's dead stock. Even has the almost factory stock radio. It's actually not a GM radio. It's got a 700 R4. It's got no squeaky door hinge because the roller broke right off. Ooh! You can put these on eBay and get rich. Fund your retirement with these.
I got a bunch of those. Actually, I do. I have like 4 or 5 of those, different sizes of that, the same vintage.
When I was a kid, my uncle had a shoe store, and he had a pair of scissors as big as this. Not tin snips, scissors. He called them his shears. I think I have them after he passed away. There's the piece for the door hinge, the spring and the roller. Struggle 6. I'll show you that motor a little later. We got work to do. We got to take that RrrrroadMaster on a road trip. Time to drop the oil pan. I already made a heck of a mess here. Thank goodness for paper towels and disposable cardboard boxes from Walmart. The mud's not too bad. I was making a video, and I just broke my pencils. I just sat down and heard them go crunch. Arrgh! How annoying is that? I was making a video and my battery went dead. And then I broke my pencils that I use all the time. That's it. Last bolt. The pan is off. I checked all the lights, and every single light works on this vehicle. Every one. But the front turn signals don't work. Whoop, we're dumping oil everywhere. Whee! All over the place. It's an oil spill. Definitely need a bigger drain pan when you do a job like this, but some cat litter. I should have bought a bag of cat litter at the dollar store. Busted my pencils. I forgot to take them out of my belt strap. What do we got here? How's the mud? Guess I'll pull the pan out from under the vehicle. Dump it on the ground. That's where the oil came from, didn't it? Little bit of sludge. That's it. No chunks. No chunky monkey. Put it up against the vehicle. Go find my carburetor, brake cleaner, and go find a couple of pencils to put in my little belt strap. Crunch. Broke them both. Simultaneous. LT1. There's the new made in China radiator. 130 bucks. There's the old one. And it's cracked. Junk. Somebody backed over a big branch, but it wasn't leaking. Took a beating. Lasted 21 years. Can't complain about that. The battery hold down bolt is rusted in place. Weird engine. Offset fan, OptiSpark ignition system, sensors everywhere. Metal hose to bring the coolant from the bottom of the radiator to the top of the water pump. Weird. Big alternator. Got a bit of corrosion. Not quite as nice as you get in California because it does rain here a little bit. You sell me this piece of junk? Want my money back. Had it. Actually,
good with the back lifted up a little bit.
Yeah, really. Inside the transmission pan is real nice. This is just a little bit of sludge material from the breakdown of the clutch plates. That's really good. Sometimes there's stacks of paper and brass and chunks, and
oh, good.
That's really nice. Very good news for that. Piece of junk you sold me. I thought this thing was in mint condition. Good enough. Just got to do some repairs to her.